good day, everyone's success is make the energy we invest and the focus we direct toward the task at hand. It is not just about reaching a destination, but understanding the process and aligning ourselves with the true potential we hold. To achieve true success, there are 5 fundamental rules we must adhere to. Rule 1, master your mind. Your mind is like a wild horse, often galloping in multiple directions at once. If you want to succeed, you must first master your mind. This doesn't mean controlling it in the traditional sense, but learning to direct your thoughts and focus them where they matter most. A mind that is centered, calm, and aware is the most powerful tool you can possess. Cultivate mindfulness, practice meditation, and allow yourself to be present in every moment. This clarity will guide you toward the right decisions. Rule 2. Discipline is freedom. True freedom does not come from the lack of rules. It comes from the ability to make decisions without being enslaved by distractions, impulsive desires, or the expectations of others. Discipline is the foundation of freedom. It may seem counterintuitive at first, but only by imposing discipline on your daily routines, your habits, and you find the freedom to create what you truly want. Discipline allows you to be in control and act with purpose. Rule 3, embrace responsibility. Taking responsibility for everything in your life is the mark of an empowered individual. Whether you succeed or fail, everything in your life has unfolded because of your choices. When you take full responsibility, you stop blaming external circumstances and instead you begin to shape your own destiny. Success is born from the courage to take ownership, from having the strength to own your mistakes, learn from them, and grow. Rule 4, alignment with purpose. Success is not about the accumulation of wealth, recognition, or accolades. True success comes when your actions align with your deeper purpose. When your work becomes an extension of your core values and desires, it brings a sense of fulfillment beyond material outcomes. Discover your true purpose and dedicate yourself to it, not for external rewards, but because it resonates deeply within you. When you align yourself with purpose, everything falls into place. Rule 5. Be uncompromising in the pursuit of excellence. Excellence is not about being perfect. It is about continuously striving to do your best, no matter the circumstances. There will be obstacles, failures, and setbacks, but your resolve must be unshaken. Never compromise on the quality of your work or your commitment to your goals. Excellence requires dedication, but more importantly, it requires the courage to keep going. Even when the journey seems difficult, your mind, in many ways, is the most powerful tool you possess. However, it is also one of the most chaotic. The constant stream of thoughts, emotions, and distractions that flood our awareness can an uncontrollable storm, constantly pulling you in different directions. The key to mastering your mind is not to fight against this natural flow, but to understand it, direct it, and channel it in ways that serve your purpose and your vision. When we say master your mind, we are not suggesting that you should suppress your thoughts, emotions, or desires. It is not about trying to impose control in a forceful manner, but rather about cultivating a state of awareness and mindfulness. Just as a skilled driver must first learn to understand the mechanics of their vehicle before taking control of it, similarly, you must understand the nature of your mind before you can begin to guide it effectively. At any given moment, your mind is capable of holding thousands of thoughts, many of them conflicting and contradictory. These thoughts are like waves on the surface of the ocean. At times they are calm and gentle, and at other times they are turbulent and wild. The majority of people live their lives at the mercy of these waves, caught in the tides of their emotions and mental patterns. To master your mind is to become the ocean itself, vast and expansive, unaffected by the waves that surface. The first step toward mastery is awareness. If you can develop the ability to simply observe your thoughts, to see them as they arise without immediately reacting to them, you will begin to break free from the tyranny of your mind. This is where meditation and mindfulness practices come into play. These practices are not about stopping your thoughts, but rather about creating a space between you and your thoughts. By becoming a detached observer, you can begin to differentiate between what is a helpful thought and what is a distraction, a fear, or a fleeting impulse. When you are aware of your thoughts, you begin to realize that you are not your thoughts. They are not you, they are simply things passing through your consciousness. You can choose to give them energy or to let them fade away. This is the power of mastery, not allowing your mind to control you, but instead taking control of how much attention and energy you give to each thought that arises. The second aspect of mastering your mind is focus. In today's world, distraction is everywhere. We are constantly bombarded with stimuli, whether it's notifications from our devices, the pressures of social media, or the constant demands of daily life. To achieve success in any area, focus is essential. Focus is the art of narrowing your attention on one thing, giving it all your energy, and not letting anything divert you from that purpose. To train your focus, you must first eliminate distractions and create environments that support your concentration. This might mean setting boundaries around your time, dedicating specific hours of the day to deep work, or cultivating an inner environment of stillness through practices like mindfulness. When you focus, your mental energy becomes concentrated, much like sunlight through a magnifying glass. It becomes incredibly powerful and can burn through obstacles and challenges with ease. Another element of mastering your mind is learning to control your emotional responses. Often people feel as though their emotions control them. In times of stress, anger, or frustration, it can feel like the emotions take over, leaving little room for rational thought. However, the ability to remain emotionally balanced, regardless of external circumstances, is a hallmark of mastery. This is not to say that you suppress or deny your emotions. Instead, it's about learning to respond to them rather than react impulsively. When you feel yourself being triggered, pause for a moment, breathe deeply. Allow yourself to gain some space between the emotion and your response. This pause is where you reclaim your power. One of the most profound aspects of mastering your mind is the ability to transform your mental and emotional energy into creative and productive forces. Your mind is capable of far more than just repetitive thoughts and mental chatter. When harnessed properly, your mind can be a source of boundless creativity, clarity, and innovation. The key lies in directing that mental energy toward your goals and your purpose. Every thought you think has the potential to shape your reality, but only when you learn to channel it in the right direction. The ultimate goal of mastering your mind is not to make your thoughts and emotions disappear, but to bring them into alignment with your higher goals. When your mind, heart, and actions are aligned, success becomes inevitable. At this point, your mind works for you, not against you. It becomes a tool of clarity, creativity, and power. In mastering your mind, you gain access to an inner source of strength that enables you to face life's challenges with grace and confidence. You are no longer at the mercy of the constant pull of distractions, worries, and fears. Instead, you stand grounded, clear and unwavering, capable of navigating any storm with a steady hand. To master your mind is to master your life. It is not about achieving perfection, but about developing the discipline, awareness, and focus necessary to direct your life in the way you truly desire. When you understand that the power to create your destiny resides within you, you begin to take control of your mind, and in doing so, take control of your future. At first glance, discipline and freedom might seem like opposites, two forces pulling different directions. Discipline often conjures up images of restrictions, rules, and rigid structures, things that constrain our natural desire for freedom and spontaneity. However, when viewed from a deeper perspective, discipline is the very foundation of true freedom. To truly understand this, we must look beyond the surface level and see how discipline actually opens the doors to greater possibilities in our lives. The modern world is filled with distractions. We are constantly bombarded by messages, notifications, and demands from every direction. The noise of daily life can easily overwhelm us, pulling our attention away from what truly matters. In this environment, freedom often seems elusive. We chase after it, believing it's something external, something we need to attain by escaping obligations or living a life without restrictions. But what if true freedom is not about the absence of structure, but the presence of the right kind of structure? Discipline is the art of choosing what is important and prioritizing it above everything else. It is the ability to say no to things that distract you, to deny your impulses in favor of long-term goals. Without discipline, we are like leaves blown by the wind carried from one moment to the next without any direction or purpose. We may think we are free, but in reality we are slaves to our impulses and distractions. Discipline, on the other hand, allows us to live consciously with intention. It gives us the power to make decisions based on what we truly value, not just what we feel in the moment. When you are disciplined, you are in control of your choices. You create space for freedom by having the power to choose your actions, rather than being driven by external forces or momentary desires. This form of freedom is not about breaking the rules or living without boundaries. It is about living within a structure that supports your highest aspirations. It is the freedom to direct your energy toward what you care about most, whether that's pursuing your career goals, maintaining meaningful relationships, or investing in your health and well-being. Think about the way an athlete trains. Their days are filled with routines, exercises, and practices that may seem monotonous or restrictive to an outsider. Yet, through this discipline, they unlock the freedom to perform at their highest level. The athlete doesn't sacrifice their freedom they created. The freedom to move with speed, precision, and strength only comes because they have committed to a regimen that builds their physical capacity. Without the discipline to train, they would never realize the full potential of their body, and thus they would not experience the freedom to perform at their best. Discipline also creates freedom in the sense that it provides structure and predictability in your life. When you establish healthy routines, you know exactly what you need to do and when you need to do it. This reduces the mental clutter of constantly having to make decisions about where to focus your attention. With clear priorities, you free up your mind from unnecessary worry and stress, enabling you to direct your energy toward your most important tasks. This applies not only to your work, but to every aspect of your life. A disciplined approach to personal health, eating well, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep gives you the freedom to feel strong, energetic, and vibrant. A disciplined approach to your finances allows you to save and invest wisely, creating the freedom to make choices without the burden of financial stress. Even your relationships benefit from discipline by committing to show up, to listen, and to act with integrity. You create the freedom to build deeper connections and trust. Discipline is not about rigidly following rules that someone else has set for you. It is about creating your own rules based on your values and goals. It is about developing self-mastery and aligning your actions with the vision you have for your life. When you take ownership of your discipline, you begin to experience the kind of freedom that comes from being in control of your actions and decisions. It is the freedom to act with purpose, to create your own path, and to live a life that aligns with your inner desires and highest potential. Moreover, discipline cultivates the freedom of time. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, and yet most people squander it by acting impulsively or letting it slip away on distractions. Through disciplined time management, you free yourself from the constant stress of being rushed or overwhelmed. You create space for what matters most, whether it's dedicating time to a passion project, spending quality moments with family, or simply taking time to rest and recharge. In this way, discipline becomes a tool to live a more balanced, purposeful, and fulfilling life. The true beauty of discipline lies in its ability to provide clarity. When you are disciplined, you are not lost in a maze of endless choices. You know where to go, and you know why you are going there. This clarity brings freedom from confusion, from indecision, and from the exhausting process of second-guessing yourself. With discipline, you build a clear framework for your life, which gives you the freedom to focus on what truly matters and to let go of what doesn't. Ultimately, discipline is the key to breaking free from the chains of external control, societal expectations, and self-imposed limitations. It is not about living in a confined space, but rather about creating a space in which you have the power to act freely, with purpose, and with confidence. True freedom comes not from escaping responsibility or creating chaos in our lives, but from embracing the discipline that empowers us to make decisions that align with our highest aspirations. When discipline becomes a natural part of your life, you will find that The very structure you thought was limiting is actually what gives you the freedom to create, to perform, to love, and to live. It is through discipline that you will find the courage to chase your dreams, the clarity to follow your path, and the freedom to be the person you are meant to be. In a world that often seeks to place blame elsewhere, to point fingers and shift the weight of one's circumstances onto something or someone else, the true essence of empowerment lies in a simple yet profound concept: embracing responsibility. The act of accepting full responsibility for our lives, choices, and actions is a powerful one that sets us free, not burdens us. It is only when we take ownership of our lives, both the successes and the failures, that we begin to shape our destiny in meaningful ways. To embrace responsibility is to recognize that every aspect of your life, every experience you encounter, and every outcome you face has been, in some way, influenced by the choices you have made. This recognition doesn't imply blame or guilt, but rather a deep understanding that the power to change, improve, and grow resides within you. It is a call to action, a call to take control of the one thing you can truly control: your response to life and the decisions you make moving forward. Too often people fall into the trap of externalizing their challenges. They look for excuses in their environment, their upbringing, or the actions of others, and in doing so, they surrender their power. When you choose to blame others or circumstances for where you are in life, you are essentially giving up your power to create change. Responsibility, on the other hand, is the recognition that regardless of the circumstances, you are the one who ultimately determines the direction of your life. Your responses, choices, and actions are what shape the outcome. The path of responsibility requires courage, for it is easier to avoid accountability than to face it head-on. It requires humility to admit when things go wrong, when mistakes are made, or when you have fallen short. But in this very humility, there is power, the power to learn, to grow, and to evolve. When you embrace responsibility, you open yourself up to the opportunity for transformation. You stop being a passive observer in your own life and begin actively participating in shaping it. You no longer wait for the world to change for you. You take the initiative to change yourself and your situation. One of the most significant aspects of embracing responsibility is the ability to shift from a victim mindset to one of empowerment. Many people go through life with a sense of helplessness, believing that the cards they were dealt are simply beyond their control. They accept that their circumstances are fixed and that there is little they can do to change their situation. However, this mindset keeps them trapped. It perpetuates a cycle of inaction and frustration. To truly embrace responsibility is to acknowledge that you have the ability to create your own circumstances, to choose how you respond to challenges, and to chart a course toward your desired future. It is about taking full ownership of your actions, your decisions, and even the outcomes that arise from them. It is recognizing that while we cannot always control external events, we have full control over how we engage with and respond to those events. Responsibility empowers you to break free from the chains of external limitations and take charge of your destiny. This power comes with a certain level of discomfort, because taking responsibility means stepping out of the familiar zone of blaming, justifying, or making excuses. It requires that we hold ourselves accountable for the choices we make, and in doing so, we begin to see ourselves as creators rather than victims. This shift in perspective can be life-altering. It means no longer waiting for someone or something else to change your life. Instead, it places you in the driver's seat of your own existence. You are not the result of circumstances, you are the architect of your life. Taking responsibility also involves the understanding that our choices ripple outward, affecting others and the world around us. When you choose to act with integrity, to take ownership of your actions, and to make decisions that align with your highest values, you set an example for those around you. Responsibility is not only about individual growth, but also about creating a positive impact in the collective. When you act responsibly, you become a catalyst for change, not only in your own life, but in the lives of others. Responsibility is also a commitment to growth. When you accept responsibility for your life, you are committing to your own development. You are saying that you are willing to learn, to evolve, and to adapt. You are willing to reflect on your actions, to examine your motives, and to learn from your experiences. The greatest lessons in life often come from mistakes and failures, but only when we take full responsibility for them can we learn the lessons they hold. It is easy to fall into a pattern of avoidance, to deny or deflect responsibility when things go wrong. But it is in these moments of difficulty that the greatest opportunities for growth lie. By owning up to our mistakes, we create the possibility for improvement. We learn not only from our triumphs, but also from our failures. This continuous process of learning and evolving is what empowers us to reach higher levels of success and fulfillment. In the end, embracing responsibility is the key to unlocking true freedom. When you accept responsibility for your life, you no longer wait for the world to change for you. Instead, you become the change you wish to see. Responsibility is liberating because it places the power back in your hands. It transforms you from a passive observer to an active participant in your own life. It allows you to create the life you want, rather than waiting for circumstances to align with your desires. Responsibility also brings clarity. When you take ownership of your life, you are no longer bogged down by confusion or indecision. You know what you need to do and why you need to do it. This clarity enables you to make decisions with confidence, to take purposeful action, and to move forward with intention. It is through this clear vision and purposeful action that you can achieve lasting success, not only in your personal life, but in all the areas that matter to you. Embracing responsibility is a powerful choice that empowers you to lead your life on your terms. It gives you the strength to face adversity, the courage to take risks, and the wisdom to learn from every experience. By taking full ownership of your choices and actions, you step into your power and begin to shape your future with purpose, authenticity, and clarity. When you embrace responsibility, you stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the creator of your life. Purpose is the compass that guides us through life. It is the underlying force that gives meaning to our actions, a deep sense of direction that anchors us in times of uncertainty. Yet, so many people walk through life without a clear sense of purpose, often swayed by external expectations, societal norms, or fleeting desires. They find themselves going through the motions, achieving things without ever feeling truly fulfilled. When we are disconnected from our true purpose, life can feel like a maze with no clear path, and success can feel hollow, as though we are simply ticking off boxes without ever reaching something deeper. To align with your purpose is to tap into the essence of who you are, to connect with the values, passions, and vision that resonate within you. It is not about finding something outside of yourself, but rather about discovering what has always been within you, the desires, talents, and aspirations that define your unique path. When you align your life with your purpose, you begin to move with a sense of clarity, confidence, and authenticity that cannot be easily shaken. Your actions are no longer driven by external pressures or fleeting impulses, but by an internal force that guides you toward fulfillment and success. The first step toward aligning with your purpose is self-awareness. Too often, people live their lives according to other people's expectations, trying to meet the demands of society, family, or friends without ever pausing to ask themselves, what do I truly want? What is my deepest calling? Self-awareness requires you to look inward, to quiet the noise of the world and listen to your inner voice. It is only through this deep introspection that you begin to uncover the things that truly matter to you, the things that light you up from within. When you are aligned with your purpose, your actions become more focused and meaningful. You no longer waste time on pursuits that don't serve you, and you can more easily say no to distractions that would pull you away from your true calling. Aligning with your purpose helps you cut through the noise and move forward with intention. Every action, every decision, and every step you take is infused with meaning and clarity. It's like setting sail with a clear destination in mind, knowing that no matter how choppy the waters may get, you are headed in the right direction. Purpose is not something that is fixed or static. It evolves over time, just as you do. In the early stages of your life, your purpose might have been shaped by family expectations, education, or social influences. As you grow and learn more about yourself, your purpose may shift and deepen, reflecting a more authentic version of who you are. Aligning with your purpose doesn't mean you need to have it all figured out from the beginning. It is an ongoing process of exploration, learning, and refining. What is important is that you are willing to remain open to the evolution of your purpose and to embrace the journey of discovering it. When you align with your purpose, you also unlock the power of perseverance. Life is filled with challenges, obstacles, and setbacks, and without a clear sense of purpose, it is easy to become discouraged or distracted. But when you are deeply connected to your purpose, you find the strength to keep going, even in the face of adversity. Purpose provides the fuel for your journey. It is the fire that keeps you moving forward when the road gets tough. When the why is clear, the how becomes much easier to figure out. Purpose gives you the resilience to push through difficulty, to rise above failure, and to stay focused on your long-term vision. Another key aspect of aligning with your purpose is the clarity it brings to your values and priorities. Your purpose is the filter through which you make decisions in life. When you are clear about your purpose, you can more easily discern what is in alignment with it and what is not. It helps you prioritize the things that truly matter and let go of things that no longer serve you. Whether it's your career, your relationships, or your personal growth, your purpose acts as a guiding force, ensuring that your choices are intentional and aligned with your deepest values. Living in alignment with your purpose also brings a profound sense of fulfillment. Success, as defined by the world around us, often revolves around external markers, wealth, status, recognition. While these things may bring temporary satisfaction, they rarely provide lasting happiness or a sense of true fulfillment. But when you live in alignment with your purpose, success takes on a different meaning. It is not about what you acquire or how you are perceived, but about the depth of impact you make and the sense of inner satisfaction you feel. Purpose-driven success is about doing meaningful work, being true to who you are, and living a life that feels authentic and in tune with your deeper self. This fulfillment transcends material success and brings a lasting sense of peace and contentment. Moreover, aligning with your purpose allows you to tap into your true potential. Each of us has unique gifts, talents, and abilities that are meant to be shared with the world. But when we are disconnected from our purpose, we often bury these talents under layers of fear, doubt, or societal pressure. Purpose unlocks your potential by allowing you to fully express who you are and what you are capable of. When you align with your purpose, you move beyond limitations and step into a place of growth, creativity, and abundance. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles, and you develop the confidence to pursue your goals without hesitation. One of the greatest gifts of aligning with your purpose is the sense of peace it brings. Life may still be challenging, but when you are aligned with your purpose, you begin to feel that you are exactly where you need to be. There is a sense of trust that arises from knowing that you are moving in the direction of your true calling. Even in the midst of uncertainty or hardship, there is an inner peace that comes from the knowledge that you are on the right path. This peace is not the absence of challenges, but the assurance that you are responding to life from a place of purpose and authenticity. Lastly, aligning with your purpose is not only about personal growth, but about creating a positive impact on the world around you. When you live in alignment with your purpose, you contribute to something greater than yourself. Your actions, words, and energy resonate with others in a way that inspires, uplifts, and transforms. Purpose-driven individuals create ripples of change that extend beyond their own lives, impacting communities, industries, and even generations. By aligning with your purpose, you become a force for good in the world, using your unique gifts to make a difference. In the end, aligning with your purpose is the most powerful thing you can do for yourself and for the world. It brings clarity, fulfillment, resilience, and growth. It allows you to tap into your true potential and live a life that is authentic and deeply meaningful. When you align with your purpose, you are no longer wandering aimlessly through life. You are moving with intention, guided by a deeper sense of meaning and passion. Purpose is the driving force behind everything you do. And when you align with it, you unlock the freedom to live a life that is truly yours. Excellence is not a destination, but a continuous journey. It is a state of being, a commitment to pushing the boundaries of what is possible and consistently rising above mediocrity. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. It is cultivated over time through deliberate effort, constant self-improvement, and an unwavering dedication to the pursuit of one's best self. It is the relentless pursuit of quality in everything we do, whether it's in our work, our relationships, or our personal growth. Striving for excellence is not about achieving perfection, but about developing a mindset that drives us to consistently perform at our highest potential, regardless of the circumstances. At its core, excellence is about setting high standards for yourself and refusing to settle for anything less than your best. It's about recognizing that you are capable of more than you think, and then taking the steps to realize that potential. When you strive for excellence, you choose to rise above the average, to push through the limits that others have set, and to reach for greatness. This requires discipline, persistence, and a deep belief in your ability to achieve the extraordinary even in the face of challenges and setbacks. The journey toward excellence begins with self-awareness. Before you can strive for excellence, you must first know who you are and what you are capable of. It's about understanding your strengths, recognizing your weaknesses, and acknowledging the areas where you have room for improvement. This self-awareness is not about being critical of yourself, but rather about being honest with yourself. It is through this honest assessment of where you stand that you can set realistic yet ambitious goals that will push you toward excellence. Without self-awareness, it is easy to remain stagnant, to keep doing things the same way and expecting different results. But when you take the time to truly understand yourself, you can begin to unlock the potential within you and take purposeful action toward becoming the best version of yourself. Striving for excellence also requires a strong sense of discipline. Excellence is not something that can be achieved through bursts of effort or sporadic motivation. It is the result of consistent, focused action over time. Discipline is the foundation upon which excellence is built. It is the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when the path gets difficult, even when you face obstacles or setbacks. Discipline means showing up every day, doing the work, even when it feels hard or when the immediate rewards are not visible. It means maintaining a high level of focus and commitment, no matter the circumstances. Excellence is never achieved by taking shortcuts or by cutting corners. It requires the hard work, the attention to detail, and the willingness to invest the time and effort needed to improve. Equally important in pursuit of excellence is resilience. The road to excellence is rarely smooth. There will be moments of failure, moments when you fall short of your expectations, and moments when things don't go as planned. It is in these moments that your true character is revealed. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from mistakes, and to keep moving forward. It is about maintaining your determination in the face of challenges and refusing to let failure define you. Instead of viewing failure as a reason to quit, resilience teaches you to view it as an opportunity to grow, to adjust, and to come back stronger. Every setback is a lesson, and with each lesson comes a deeper understanding of what excellence truly means. Moreover, striving for excellence requires a mindset of constant growth. Excellence is not static, it is ever evolving. No matter how good you are at something, there is always room for improvement. A commitment to excellence means adopting a growth mindset, the belief that you can always learn, adapt, and refine your skills. This mindset encourages you to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as obstacles to success. It fuels your curiosity and drives you to explore new ideas, perspectives, and ways of doing things. Striving for excellence means never being complacent, always asking, how can I do this better? How can I improve? It's the willingness to step outside your comfort zone, take risks, and seek out new opportunities for personal and professional development. The more you grow, the more you realize that excellence is a journey, not a final destination. Striving for excellence also involves a deep sense of passion. Passion is the fire that fuels your pursuit of greatness, the internal drive that keeps you going when things get tough. When you are passionate about something, you don't need to be told to keep going. You do it because you love it, because it brings you joy and fulfillment. Passion gives you the energy to push through the toughest times, to endure the long hours of hard work, and to remain focused on your goals. It allows you to pour your heart and soul into your endeavors and to give your best effort every single time. Without passion, excellence would be a distant dream. It is the emotional connection to your work, your purpose, and your goals that gives meaning to the pursuit of excellence and makes it truly worthwhile. At the same time, excellence requires a strong sense of integrity. To strive for excellence is to do so with honesty and authenticity. It means aligning your actions with your values, treating others with respect, and ensuring that your work reflects the highest standards of quality and ethics. Integrity ensures that your pursuit of excellence is not driven by ego, selfishness, or a desire for external validation, but by a genuine commitment to doing what is right, regardless of the circumstances. It is the understanding that true excellence is not just about achieving personal success, but about contributing positively to the world around you. With integrity, excellence becomes more than just an individual achievement. It becomes a force for good that uplifts and inspires others. Furthermore, excellence is about making an impact. It's not enough to simply do something well for the sake of doing it well. True excellence involves creating value for others, whether it's your clients, your team, or your community. The pursuit of excellence means continually striving to make a positive impact through your work and actions. It's about being of service, adding value, and making a difference in the lives of those around you. When your pursuit of excellence is rooted in a desire to serve others, it takes on a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. The best of us are not just focused on personal achievement, but on how we can contribute to the greater good through the excellence we bring to the world. In the end, striving for excellence is a lifelong commitment. It is not something that can be achieved overnight, nor is it something that can be checked off a to-do list. It is a mindset, a way of living, and a way of working that permeates every aspect of your life. Striving for excellence is about constant pushing yourself to do better, to be better, and to achieve more, not out of a sense of competition, but from a place of internal motivation and the desire to fulfill your true potential. Excellence is the pursuit of greatness, not as an end goal, but as a continuous journey toward becoming the very best version of yourself. It is about embracing the challenge, committing to the process, and knowing that, in the end, it is the pursuit itself that is the most rewarding. Resilience is one of the most powerful qualities a person can cultivate in their life. It is the ability to withstand adversity, to recover quickly from setbacks, and to keep going in the face of challenges. Resilience is not merely about bouncing back from difficult situations, it is about growing stronger in the process, learning from your struggles, and emerging with a deeper sense of purpose. Life will inevitably throw obstacles in our way, and how we respond to them determines the trajectory of our journey. The resilient person is not defined by their circumstances, but by how they rise above them. Resilience is a choice, a mindset that allows you to move forward no matter what life presents. The path of resilience is paved with challenges. From the moment we are born, we encounter difficulties, whether it's physical obstacles, emotional hardships, or life's many uncertainties. The key is not in avoiding hardship, but in how we handle it. Life is not meant to be free of struggle. It is through struggle that we grow, that we evolve, and that we discover the depths of our own strength. Resilience at its core is about facing these struggles head-on without letting them define us or diminish our spirit. It is about staying grounded when everything else is falling apart, about maintaining hope even when the way forward seems unclear. One of the most important aspects of resilience is the ability to maintain perspective. When we face difficulties, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the magnitude of the challenge in front of us. We can lose sight of the bigger picture and get consumed by the immediate pain or frustration. But resilience is about stepping back and seeing things for what they truly are. Challenges are not permanent, they are moments in time, temporary obstacles that can be overcome. By keeping this broader perspective, we can avoid falling into despair and find the strength to keep moving forward. Equally important is emotional resilience, the ability to navigate the emotional turbulence that comes with adversity. Life's challenges often evoke powerful emotions: anger, fear, sadness, frustration. These emotions are natural and part of the human experience, but they can also cloud our judgment and prevent us from moving forward. Emotional resilience is the capacity to experience these emotions without allowing them to control us. It is about acknowledging our feelings, understanding where they come from, and choosing not to let them dictate our actions. This emotional clarity enables us to respond to challenges with calm and focus rather than being swept away by the storm of our emotions. In addition to emotional resilience, mental resilience is just as critical. It is easy to get caught up in negative thinking when faced with challenges, to believe that things will never improve, or to think that we are not capable of overcoming the obstacles in front of us. Mental resilience is the ability to maintain a positive, solution-oriented mindset even in the most difficult situations. It involves being adaptable, finding alternative paths, and staying creative when things don't go according to plan. Mental resilience is about refusing to let your circumstances define your potential. Instead, it empowers you to look beyond the immediate and find new ways to approach the problem at hand. Staying resilient also involves being patient with yourself. Often, when we face difficulties, we expect ourselves to bounce back immediately, to be strong, composed, and unshaken. But resilience doesn't mean being invincible, it means being able to get back up even after falling down. It's about understanding that recovery is a process and giving yourself the grace and time you need to heal, reflect, and grow. It's in those moments of vulnerability that we often discover our true strength. Patience with yourself is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom, as it allows you to honor your journey and recognize that resilience is not about perfection, but about progress. Another key element of resilience is the ability to seek support when needed. While resilience often involves standing firm on your own 2 feet, it doesn't mean you have to face everything alone. Part of being resilient is recognizing when you need help and having the courage to ask for it. Surrounding yourself with a support network, whether it's family, friends, mentors, or colleagues, can provide the encouragement, perspective, and strength you need during difficult times. No one is invulnerable, and resilience is often built through connection. It is through the support of others that we find the strength to keep going and to see things from new angles. Strength does not come from isolation, but from knowing when to lean on others. Resilience also involves developing a sense of purpose. When life gets tough, it can be easy to lose sight of why we're pushing forward. Having a clear sense of purpose, whether it's a personal mission, a long-term goal, or a cause that's important to you, acts as a guiding light during dark times. Purpose gives us the reason to keep going, even when things feel overwhelming. It helps us tap into our inner strength and reminds us that there is something bigger than the current struggle. When we connect with our deeper purpose, we find the motivation to persevere, knowing that the difficulty we are facing is just a small chapter in the larger story of our lives. In times of difficulty, resilience also means embracing change. One of the most constant elements of life is change. Challenges often come in the form of unexpected shifts, changes in circumstances, relationships, health, or our sense of self. Resilience is about adapting to these changes rather than resisting them. It is about recognizing that change is not an obstacle, but an opportunity for growth. Resilient people are flexible and willing to adjust to new realities, finding ways to thrive despite the evolving landscape. They understand that change, while challenging, is often the catalyst for transformation. Furthermore, resilience is strengthened by the ability to maintain hope. Hope is the light that guides us through the darkest times. When everything seems uncertain, when the path forward appears blocked, hope is the belief that things will get better, that there is a way forward, and that the struggle has a purpose. Resilience is about holding on to hope even when the outcome is unclear, and trusting that the difficulties we face will eventually lead us to something better. Hope is not the denial of hardship, but the recognition that hardship is not the end of the story, it is simply a part of the journey. Another crucial aspect of resilience is the ability to find meaning in hardship. Every challenge has something to teach us, even if it's not immediately apparent. Resilient people are able to extract lessons from their difficulties, using them as stepping stones toward personal growth. This ability to find meaning in adversity allows them to transform pain into power, disappointment into motivation, and loss into wisdom. By reframing hardship as an opportunity for growth, we shift our perspective and begin to see challenges not as something to fear or avoid, but as something that enriches us. The more meaning we derive from our struggles, the stronger and more resilient we become. Finally, staying resilient is about maintaining faith in yourself, faith in others, and faith in the process of life. Even when the road ahead is uncertain, resilience involves trusting that you have the strength to face whatever comes your way. It's about holding on to the belief that no matter how difficult the journey may be, you will emerge from it wiser, stronger, and more capable than before. This faith in the process allows us to keep moving forward step by step even when the path is unclear. Resilience is not a trait reserved for a select few. It is a quality that anyone can develop and strengthen. It is the foundation upon which we build a meaningful, fulfilling life. By embracing adversity, learning from setbacks, and staying committed to our journey, we transform ourselves into stronger, more empowered individuals. Resilience is the key to navigating life's ups and downs with grace and strength. And it is what enables us to rise again and again, no matter how many times we fall. Continuous growth is a concept that transcends personal ambition, academic achievement, or professional success. It is the process of evolving mentally, emotionally, and spiritually throughout our lives. Growth is not a one-time event, nor is it something that ends once we reach a particular milestone. It is a lifelong journey that requires constant attention, nurturing, and a willingness to embrace change. True growth is about progress, not perfection. It is about understanding that we are always evolving, that every experience, whether good or bad, provides an opportunity for expansion and transformation. At its essence, continuous growth is about evolving into the best version of yourself. It is the recognition that no matter how much you have learned, how far you have come, or what you have achieved, there is always more to discover, explore, and improve upon. The pursuit of continuous growth demands an open mind, a curious spirit, and a relentless commitment to learning. It requires you to step outside of your comfort zone, to challenge your assumptions, and to constantly ask yourself, how can I become better? It is not about being dissatisfied with who you are, but about embracing the truth that you are capable of more than you think, and that there is always room for improvement. The foundation of continuous growth begins with self-awareness. Without understanding yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, values, and desires, it is impossible to know what areas require growth. Self-awareness is the key to unlocking your potential and charting a path toward continuous improvement. When you are aware of your own mindset and behaviors, you gain insight into the areas that need attention. It also gives you the clarity needed to set meaningful goals that align with your true desires. Self-awareness doesn't just help you understand where you are, it also illuminates where you can go. One of the critical elements of continuous growth is the cultivation of a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort and perseverance. They view challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to learn and grow. On the other hand, those with a fixed mindset often see their abilities as unchangeable, leading them to avoid challenges or give up when faced with obstacles. A growth mindset empowers you to embrace learning as a lifelong endeavor. It encourages you to view failure as feedback, not as a reflection of your worth or abilities. When you cultivate a growth mindset, you become more resilient in the face of challenges and more persistent in your pursuit of personal development. However, growth is not always a smooth and linear process. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt along the way. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but continuous growth requires persistence. It's about moving forward even when the path seems unclear and finding the strength to continue after every setback. Growth is not about never failing. It is about how you respond to failure. It's about viewing each obstacle as a lesson, each difficulty as an opportunity to learn something new. The key is to not let these setbacks stop you from moving forward, but to keep going with the confidence that each step, no matter how small, is part of your journey toward becoming better. Another vital aspect of continuous growth is the willingness to embrace discomfort. Growth rarely happens in comfortable or familiar spaces. In fact, it often requires us to face the unknown, to step outside of our comfort zones, and to push our limits. Discomfort is the breeding ground for transformation. When we challenge ourselves, we are forced to learn new skills, adapt to new environments, and rethink our assumptions. It is only when we are uncomfortable that we begin to stretch and grow in ways we never thought possible. To grow continuously, we must learn to embrace discomfort as a necessary part of the process, not as something to avoid. It is the discomfort that signals we are expanding, that we are reaching new heights. Continuous growth also requires discipline and consistency. It is not about occasional bursts of effort or sporadic moments of inspiration. It is about committing to progress on a daily basis. The small, consistent actions we take every day compound over time, leading to significant growth. Discipline is what keeps us on track even when the initial excitement fades, and it is what ensures that we continue to move forward even when progress feels slow. Growth requires the perseverance to keep going even when the results are not immediately visible. It's easy to be motivated when you see quick rewards, but the true test of growth is the ability to remain disciplined and committed when the rewards are not yet apparent. Success and growth are built through consistent action and incremental improvements. Furthermore, continuous growth requires adaptability. Life is unpredictable and circumstances change constantly. What works today may not work tomorrow, and what once felt certain may suddenly feel uncertain. The key to continuous growth is adaptability, the ability to pivot, adjust, and stay open to new possibilities. Being adaptable means embracing change rather than resisting it. It means being willing to learn new methods, adopt new technologies, and reevaluate old habits. When we are adaptable, we remain relevant and capable of growing no matter what external changes occur. The ability to adapt is crucial for personal and professional growth because it allows us to stay ahead of the curve, to remain flexible in the face of challenges, and to continually evolve in alignment with our goals and desires. Learning is also at the heart of continuous growth. Growth is fundamentally about acquiring new knowledge and skills. It requires a commitment to lifelong learning, whether through formal education, self-study experiences, or mentorship. The world is constantly changing, and in order to grow, we must keep learning. The more we know, the more we can contribute, and the greater our ability to innovate and adapt. But learning isn't just about absorbing information, it's about applying that knowledge to real-life situations. Growth happens when we take the insights we gain and translate them into action. It's about testing ideas, experimenting with new approaches, and seeing how we can use what we've learned to improve our lives and the lives of those around us. One of the most powerful elements of continuous growth is the capacity for self-reflection. In order to grow, we must regularly pause to reflect on our actions, decisions, and progress. Self-reflection allows us to assess what's working and what's not, to identify areas where we need to improve, and to celebrate our successes. It gives us the clarity to understand why we are making certain choices and whether those choices align with our long-term goals. Regular reflection helps us stay on course correct when necessary, and make more intentional decisions moving forward. Without self-reflection, we risk falling into autopilot mode, repeating the same habits and patterns without ever evolving. Another critical aspect of continuous growth is having a strong support system. Growth is not a solitary journey, it's a collective one. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and support you can significantly accelerate your progress. Having mentors, friends, or colleagues who provide constructive feedback, offer guidance, and celebrate your successes can help you navigate the inevitable bumps in the road. A supportive network not only helps you stay motivated but also provides valuable perspectives and insights that can help you grow faster and more effectively. Lastly, the key to continuous growth is having patience. Growth is a gradual process and it takes time. It's easy to become frustrated when we don't see immediate results, but the most significant changes often happen quietly, incrementally, and behind the scenes. Patience is the ability to trust the process, to stay committed to your journey even when you can't yet see the fruits of your labor. The most profound transformations happen over time, and with patience, you can rest assured that your efforts will eventually lead to the growth you seek. Continuous growth is a lifelong journey that demands commitment, resilience, and an unwavering belief in the possibility of becoming more than you are today. It is about becoming a better version of yourself each day, learning, evolving, and expanding. As you continue to grow, you unlock new levels of potential, creativity, and fulfillment. Growth is not just about personal success, it is about contributing to the world, creating value, and leaving a legacy that reflects your highest aspirations. By embracing continuous growth, you not only change yourself but the world around you, one step at a time. Growth is not something that happens once or twice in a lifetime, it is a continuous, ever-evolving process. It is a natural part of the human experience and the driving force behind personal development and success. Continuous growth is about evolving at every stage of your life, adapting to new circumstances and striving to be a better version of yourself each day. It is about moving forward even when the way is not entirely clear, and finding ways to improve not just in the obvious aspects of life, but in the subtle internal dimensions as well. The journey of continuous growth starts with the understanding that growth is a process, not an event. It is a lifelong pursuit that requires dedication, patience, and an openness to change. Too often, people focus on achieving a specific goal or reaching a particular destination, thinking that growth is something to be completed. However, true growth has no endpoint. It is the constant evolution of your thoughts, behaviors, beliefs, and actions that leads to a richer, fuller life. Growth is about transformation, the willingness to shed the old, outdated aspects of yourself and embrace new ways of thinking, feeling, and being. Continuous growth requires a mindset that is open to learning. Growth doesn't happen if we're not willing to learn, to expand our perspectives, and to challenge our existing beliefs. It requires an active pursuit of knowledge, new experiences, and diverse viewpoints. This can come from formal education, but more often it comes from life itself, from the people we meet, the places we go, the mistakes we make, and the triumphs we experience. Each encounter, each challenge, and each victory adds a new layer to our understanding of the world and our place in it. The key is to never stop seeking, never stop asking questions, and never stop exploring the endless possibilities for learning that life offers. However, the desire for growth must be rooted in self-awareness. Before we can grow, we must first understand where we are and where we want to go. This means taking a hard, honest look at ourselves, acknowledging both our strengths and our weaknesses, and being willing to confront the parts of us that need improvement. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which all growth is built. Without it, we may be moving in the wrong direction, or worse, standing still, unaware of the opportunities for change that exist all around us. Growth begins with the recognition that we are not perfect, and that perfection is not the goal. The goal is to become more in tune with our true selves, to evolve into the person we are meant to be. Another critical component of continuous growth is the ability to embrace discomfort. Growth is inherently uncomfortable. It requires us to push ourselves beyond our current limits, to face challenges that we are not accustomed to, and to step into situations that test our resolve. But it is through these uncomfortable moments that we find our greatest opportunities for growth. When we allow ourselves to move through discomfort, we expand our capacity to deal with future challenges. Every time we overcome a fear, tackle an obstacle, or push through a difficult situation, we are strengthening our resilience, broadening our skill set, and increasing our potential for future success. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when we are willing to stretch ourselves, to take risks, and to experience the discomfort of growth. Perseverance is another essential trait in the journey of continuous growth. The path to growth is often not a straight line. There will be setbacks, detours, and obstacles along the way. Some days will feel easier than others, and some days will test your willpower to its limits. But perseverance is what keeps you going, even when the road seems long or the destination unclear. It's about maintaining your commitment to growth, regardless of how challenging things become. Growth is a long-term process, and the ability to stick with it, to keep going even when you feel like giving up, is what ultimately leads to lasting transformation. Perseverance is the quality that turns setbacks into learning experiences, turning frustration into fuel for progress, and making success possible even when the odds seem stacked against you. Equally important is the ability to adapt. Growth requires flexibility. As we move through life, we are presented with new circumstances, unexpected changes, and evolving needs. The ability to adapt, to adjust our thinking, our approach, or even our goals in response to new information or shifting circumstances is crucial to continuous growth. Adaptability means not clinging to the past, not holding on to outdated beliefs or strategies that no longer serve us, but being open to adjusting our course. It is the willingness to evolve with the times, to learn from experience, and to constantly reassess what we need to do in order to keep growing. Those who grow continuously are not rigid in their thinking or their approach. They are fluid, open to change, and willing to adjust their sails when the winds of life shift. One of the most transformative aspects of continuous growth is the ability to embrace failure. Failure is not the opposite of growth. It is a part of it. When we fail, we learn valuable lessons that success alone cannot teach us. Failure shows us where we need to improve, where we may be going wrong, and what we can do differently next time. It is through failure that we gain experience, build resilience, and develop the insight necessary for true growth. The fear of failure often holds people back from pursuing their potential, but those who are committed to continuous growth understand that failure is simply a stepping stone on the way to success. They embrace it, learn from it, and use it as a catalyst for future growth. Moreover, continuous growth requires a sense of humility. No matter how much we learn, there is always more to discover. No matter how far we've come, there is always room to go further. Humility is the recognition that we do not know everything, and that the more we grow, the more we realize how much there is yet to learn. Humility allows us to remain open to new ideas, new experiences, and new perspectives, all of which contribute to our ongoing growth. It keeps us grounded, reminding us that growth is not a destination where we can stop, but a never-ending journey of discovery, improvement, and transformation. Another crucial element of continuous growth is the ability to set meaningful goals. Growth without direction can lead to stagnation. Goals provide the focus and motivation needed to move forward. They give you something to strive for and a measure of progress along the way. However, it is important to set goals that are aligned with your values and long-term vision. Goals that are authentic to who you are will keep you motivated even when times get tough. When your goals are in harmony with your purpose, growth becomes not just a means to an end, but a fulfilling process that brings deep satisfaction. Personal growth is also greatly influenced by the people we surround ourselves with. Those who are committed to continuous growth understand the power of community and seek out relationships that support and challenge them. Being around people who inspire you, who encourage your growth, and who offer different perspectives helps accelerate your journey. The right people will help you expand your thinking, hold you accountable, and remind you of your potential when you forget. Growth is not a solitary endeavor. It is something that flourishes when shared with others who are on a similar path. Ultimately, continuous growth is about becoming the best version of yourself, not a perfect version, but the most authentic and powerful version of yourself. It is about learning, adapting, and evolving at every stage of life. Growth is the process of shedding old limitations, overcoming challenges, and stepping into your fullest potential. It is the ongoing journey of self-discovery, self-improvement, and self-empowerment. By committing to this lifelong process of growth, you unlock your true potential and create a life that is rich with meaning, purpose, and fulfillment.